Alright, now let's look at a different type of plugin that will add something that's visible on your website. Because right now, if you just go back to the demo website, there's not going to be any difference. The only difference is for the administrator, he can see things. This plugin is going to change what people see on your website. This is called Sexy Bookmarks by Shareaholic, and the name really doesn't mean anything, that's just what they call it. You can go back to the plugins page, click Add New. You just search for that plugin. Click Details, make sure it's the right one. You can view all the information from here. Now you may have seen this plugin on my Web Whiz website. At the bottom of my posts, you will see that there are various social networking buttons that allow you to share my website. So that is what Sexy Bookmarks is. So we can see that this is the right thing. This is what it looks like on my website. Click Install now. Successfully installed the plugin Sexy Bookmarks. It took like an instant. Click Activate Plugin. Now, Shareaholic needs to be configured. You have to change the settings in order to activate it onto your website so that it knows what type of social media to display. Click the plugin options page. And this is where you can change the Shareaholic settings. Some plugins do not have plugin options page. Shareaholic does. For instance, we can obviously see the difference between SlimStat and Shareaholic as you can go in and change what Shareaholic does. You can click on different networks that people can share from. So here we have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and there are thousands of others. There's, for instance, Comfeed, Google Buzz. You can select whichever ones. The more you select, the more space these are going to take. The more space will be taken up by the plugin. You can add like button, a Google Plus button, a send button for Facebook. You can change all of the different options here. You want to use the new version so that you get more settings. For instance, these settings here can only be used in the new version. So just select yes on use new version. You'll be able to change everything. Now the only reason it's called Sexy Bookmarks is because one of the little writings that you can choose says sharing is sexy, but that doesn't really matter. You can click whatever you like. I personally like to share the knowledge, so if I click on that, that will show up on my plugin. Click Save Changes. And if we go back to the website, we see that these social network links have been added. Share the knowledge here, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And that's a visible plugin, and so that's how you can use plugins onto your website. We can see that plugins have various different functionality, but they make up at least 50% of your website if you have a very complex website. You can use plugins to make more widgets available, to add other applications. You can add plugins so that you can change the way your posts look. Plugins can do almost anything, and they're not always visible, as we see that SlimStat is not visible, but can only be viewed by the administrator to see how many people are visiting your website. So you can go through the plugins pages to find more plugins, but that is how to use plugins. Thank you for watching this Web Whiz tutorial.